All right, this is my shot at the 2-hour album challenge. This is my second try. I tried last night. I failed miserably. After about 2 hours, I was still tracking drums and doing sound design. So I am going to make a totally different kind of song today, and I am going to make one that's super simple. I'm going to leave it pretty dry. I'm going to not really worry about multi-tracking as much, which I'll regret when I'm mixing, but this has to happen in 2 hours, so I don't really have time to futz around with it. So I'm going to be using my Digitone keys, synthesizer. I'm going to be using my Digitakt sampling drum machine, my Moog Minitaur. It's a baseline synthesizer. And I'm going to try tracking everything into this, just directly to the SD card in this mixer. So I think I'll be doing that instead of tracking into my computer. I've also got an analog heat over here that I can use to rough stuff up and add some saturation. Got a GR1 granular synthesizer. I'm not sure if I'll be using that or not, maybe. And I've got a Lyra 8 synthesizer that I probably won't be using because it's pretty unpredictable and I don't think it's going to match the genre of song that I'm thinking about doing tonight. So the theme is life. So I think towards the end I will slap on some slapdash words, lyrics about life. See how it goes. It kind of depends on how the song turns out. I don't really know what I'm going to do yet. But I think let's get some drums going first. So this is just the stock kit that the Digitakt comes with. Let's do a little bit of crafting. I'm going to shorten up this kick. Make it a little tighter. There we go. I think I'm going to do a different snare. See if I can find I've got some sample packs that I like. Try this acoustic kit. I just want something that's a little more natural sounding. That's kind of nice. I'll use that one. Pitch it a little bit. Oops. Tighten it up a little bit so it's not so ringy. Also, I'm going to be using the effects on these boxes instead of some of my external effects because it just takes longer to track with the external effects. I'm just going to use the ones in the boxes. Alright. So I think I'm going to do like 4 on the floor, so let's just get that going. Okay, so alright, so I'm just going to do 4 bars of 4 on the floor. Actually, let's do. We'll start with this for a beat. This is just at 120. A little bit of verb on that kick. Just for funsies. Alright, let's get I like this closed hat. Don't love it. Let me replace this real quick. See if I can grab something from like a 909 kind of pack. Try that. I'm going to make it super wet though. Those in there on the offbeats. Sounds pretty lame. Hopefully it'll sound cool soon. Get a little delay. Filter that a little bit. Yeah, way too much body on that thing. Let's filter it down. See, this is what I did yesterday. I spent way too much time sound designing stuff. Okay. this is gonna be good enough. This is gonna be good enough for now. Snare. Filter that snare a little bit. I'm not going to be multi-tracking. I've got to kind of pick my panning now. So I'm going to push the snare a little to one side. I'm going to pitch the hi-hat over to another side. Just not how I usually do stuff, but I want to kind of have a pretty decent stereo image without the ability to mix after I do this. So, all right. So let's add a little more interest to the kick. It's a little more variation. Do a little ghost hit here. I feel like that's good for starters. I'll start working on a bass line for it. So I've got the Minitaur set up to be controlled by track 1 of the MIDI on from this Digitone. Let's see. So I need this. I think we're doing like some 16th note thing maybe. I was just gonna work in D minor. Is. Let's see how that sits. So let's punch it in like this. Each, but that actually sounds really cool. It's kind of cool actually. Copy that down. deal with the delay, with the reverb. I'm adding some pre-delay. So the pre-delay kind of comes in, gives a little bit of a swell on the 16th. That's pretty cool. Alright, the bass has got to be darker. But of course, we have an option to acid it out if we want to for effect later in the song. We'll do that, like, just adding some variation on this bass line, some conditional stuff. We'll throw that in there, like, every once in a while. Just using the conditional triggers to only play that extra. Like, I'll leave that note as a gap most of the time, but every once in a while I'll throw something else in there. I will get some, I'll actually use some of the built-in verb on this mixer for the bass line. I'll end up having to add it in the DAW, but I just want to put it in for now. So I can just feel what it's going to vibe like. Cool. I like that groove. Let's figure out what we might do. Let's figure out what we might do for the keys. So last night I did a bunch of sound design, burned up all my time. So today I'm going to try to find a preset to start with. Let's filter to some vintage sounding stuff. I'll take a look at some of the patches that I've made, like for other tracks in the past that I like. That seems a little bright. myself a lead because I'll probably be doing some lead stuff. Just gonna filter to lead, see what I got. Ooh, that's kind of cool. So that's one I made called Paper Planes. I don't know why I named it that way. That's pretty cool. I like the rhythm. Needs way more reverb. It's got a lot of delay. It's getting even more. Okay, so I'm going to sequence some of those pads. How am I doing on time? Oh, 12 minutes in so far? That's not bad. Damn. All right. It's going way better than last night. This is a much simpler song. Okay, so let's see. I probably need some like fills. So I will put some fill. I'll set up some fills for that snare drum. Do something simple. just going to put some in the last bar. And tighten these up a lot.
Gonna get a little musical with these, I think. I'll play them at different pitches. And I'll conditional some of these so that every time I feel it's a little bit different. Alright, I think I'll set these up so that they, oh no, actually I have to set these up so they're fill only. I guess you can't combine, I forgot. Alright, so these ones will now only play when I'm holding the fill button. So you shouldn't hear them now. It's okay. I can cut and paste in the DAW if I want to make something a little more fancy. I guess I'll do I'll get the hi-hat involved in the fill too. Around 3, 4, 4. Yeah, that's all right. All right, that's fine. I'm also going to, I guess, get. Oh man, I don't like that open hat either. Let me get a new open hat in here because I'm going to throw that in there at some point here and there. Something a little softer than that, but I'm not sure what I've got. Just looking for open hats. I'm looking at the Miami tape collection here. It's a pretty sweet collection. Ooh, those are pretty harsh. I can roll off though. I like that one because it's got a nice long tail, so but I'm going to need to soften that up a lot. So going into my filter. Maybe it'll take some of the edge off too. Just sounds too fat compared to the closed one. I think it's a little loud. Do I want to make a weird effect out of it? What happens if I bit reduce it? I don't know, it's kind of a fun effect. I don't know. We'll try it. I'm going to push that over to the Other side. Put a bunch of reverb on it. Don't know if it needs delay. Yeah, that's cool. I use it sparingly. So where would that go in the beat? Maybe there. Let's see how that sounds. Oh no. Offbeat. Shorten up the one going into it. This is not at all how a real drum kit would work, but I think it's cool. I like it. Actually, there's a little bit too much of an attack on this. I'm actually like roll off the attack on this thing. There, I like that a lot better. I feel like it's still kind of harsh though. Okay, I'm doing too much sound design. Again, look, fiddle with this all night. Let's not. For that little delay snappy thing, I'm also gonna change the panning so that it like bounces around in the stereo field a little bit. You're not gonna be able to tell from the recording, but you'll hear it later. I think I'm gonna, okay, stop doing sound design. Stop doing sound design. We're good. This is good enough for now. So now we start thinking about, how we're gonna put it together. How am I gonna do this? Am I going to use song mode on these two, which takes a little bit more fiddling and is probably boring for you to watch? Or am I gonna kind of do it live? I think I'll do it live. We also probably need another pattern. I guess I just do mutes and stuff. Maybe we can do enough. Maybe we don't have to do another pattern. It's a 2-hour song. It's a 2-hour song. All right. So, what can I do to build it up? First of all, let's make sure we have enough ambience going that I could be running just the bass and the drums for like a first verse. Let's see if I could even like. Still too harsh. Shoot. There we go. Alright. If I actually get rid of the snare, could this like man, I feel like that bass line needs a bunch of delay on it. Do I want to put that on now, or do I want to put that in? I'm going to do that in the DAW because it'll be faster. If I put it in now, I have to like patch it to my collider delay reverb pedal, and I gotta fuck with the settings. So it's how I want it, and I don't want to do that right now. I don't have time. Alright, so okay, and also I'm hearing my snare. I'm hearing my claps. I don't want my claps at the beginning. I probably need like one other percussion element for some interest, like some kind of like an ambient sample kind of thing. So I'll put that where the cowbell is. I won't use the cowbell. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the cowbell. Let's be honest, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to try to find some kind of an ambient sample to have going to just kind of like fill in the
the space and give it some texture. So I'm going to go to just some field recordings that I've done in the past and see what's here. I've got a bunch of stuff. That's from Alien movie. That could be cool, actually. I haven't used that in a song yet. Let's see if I can get that to fit. And I need to like slow it down. And let's give it tons of reverb because it's ambient. Let's give it some delay. We're gonna have to filter it a lot. It's really loud too. See what happens. This box has like some effects, but it's also got like a bit reduction thing, which can just be kind of nice. It always adds like a hiss, but you can filter that hiss out if you don't want it. It's also got some overdrive. I don't know if I want to overdrive it. You know what? I actually also don't. I just realized I don't have any compression on this beat. Compress that a little bit. That sounds better. Okay, going back to my cowbell. There's like way too much audio information in that. Let's see if we can just carve out that piece that sounds cool. Slow it down some more. Problem is I'm not going to be multi-tracking, so if I don't like it later, I can't pull it out once I've recorded, so I gotta kind of decide now. I guess I don't have to like let it play out fully. Okay, I'm just going to put it in here and see if I like it. Setting the length on it different. I mean, I don't know, it's kind of fine. I might like make my reverb even longer. I really need this to be super full ambient field here. Sound designing. Alright, stop. That's good enough. I don't even know what that's supposed to be, but I like it. It's fine. I'm going to push it way over to the side too. I might regret that later a bit. Okay, I'm going to get one more. Oh yeah, I don't have a cymbal going yet. That's okay. I don't think I'm going to use a tom, so I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the tom slot for yet another sample, kind of an ambient sample that I'll push over to the other side. Let's see what I've got from my recorded. A lot of these are just sampled from movies. It's a cat growling. bunch of samples of recordings of chickens that I made when I was on Orcas Island. And they actually sound wicked when they're slowed down, so I might actually... might put that in there. See how that goes. Last a little longer. Setting the length. I don't know, that's pretty weird. Let's see if I maybe if I bit rate this one too. Make it a little bit quiet maybe so it just really sits in there. Man, I'm really burning cycles on this. They're not particularly groovy either. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to remove both of these samples. I'm going to regret it later. I know I am. I can add samples later in the DAW if I want to. Let's just get a good groove going here. Oh, we got a fill. Sounds a little dorky maybe, but I don't have a ton of time. So when I'm starting, for the intro, we can do, I'll do like some bars here, and then I won't have much else going on, but I'll be able to like do some ambient sounding stuff later maybe for an intro. I can multi-track over this later, and then I will bring the soften it up a little bit. It's too loud. I'm going to tighten up the snare a little bit. But I don't like exactly where it's at. So where is that? That is at... I think I want those over here instead. That's way cooler. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's cool. And how about if I find a little like noise thin drone thing? I think that would fit this nice, fit into this mix a little bit. So let's see what I got here from stuff I've made. I know I've made some like some stuff that's more just sound effects than it's all too musical. Okay, now we're into the Digitone presets. So that's because I'm filtered. Let me unfilter. I was filtered to my own stuff. That's kind of nice. Call that one Ghost Radio. Yes, okay, I like that. Let's see where we're going to put that. got to be fixing the micro timing. And I'm going to set these to only play every like every 2 times. Otherwise it'll be too repetitive. So let's get this trigger to play every 1 of 2. And find that other trigger, have that also play every 1 of 2. Oops, let's do it 2. Okay, so let's see, get that going. Move that around. Oh, I've already used 2 LFOs when I made it, so I don't have any LFOs available to hand it around. So I guess I will put it. I'll put it over to the left. Throw some delay on it. I don't think I'm going to multi-track very much on this stuff. So a lot of this is just going to get printed as is. So I got to make decisions now. And that's the point of the 2-hour challenge, is don't overthink stuff and just make decisions and move forward. Which doesn't work with my brain super, super well. All right, so if I were going to, let me record a metronome first. Got 1 free roll bar. I don't want that in there, so I'm going to mute that. All right, so I'm just going to put that click onto track 1 so that when I'm multi-tracking, I can record these just in the right beat. Let's see what's going on here. So at the beginning, I've got these set to record. Let me look at my meters. All right, I just did 8 clicks. There they are. There's my clicks. All right. So I will start by just performing. I can record the bass. Let's see, I'll just redo the drums first, I think. If I do the drums and perform those, then I can go and perform the bass. And I can be able to remember a pattern that I'm making. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just plan out this whole song right now. This guy's not hooked up. So I'm gonna do 16-bar intro. And then I'm gonna do, I guess I'll just do like maybe a 16-bar verse, first verse. Gotta keep it short. Verse, and then I gotta have like kind of a chorusy thing, so I'll just do 16 chorus again, and then I'll do another 16 verse, and then I will do a 32 chorus. Now, what am I even talking about? Let's talk about bars, not beats, because I'm confusing myself. I'm going to do an 8-bar intro, and then an 8-bar verse, and an 8-bar chorus, and then I'm going to do a a 16 bar verse, and maybe part of that, instead of singing, will be like an instrumental interlude thing. And then a 16 bar chorus. And then I'll probably need a breakdown somewhere, but I'll just do that. I'll make that later in the DAW maybe, and come back and multi-track if I need to. And then I'll do like a 16 bar outro. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the outro or really the chorus yet. But let's say the chorus is what's gonna get kind of some of the more drum stuff. Maybe there's not enough drum stuff going on. Maybe that's part of the problem. Much delay on it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let's go into mute mode here. I'm going to do, the intro is just going to be the kick, obviously. If it's just a kick. In my head what's going to happen here. That open hat is still way too abrasive. Needs to be like a little background sound. It's not even an open hat anymore, it's just a sound effect. It's a cool sound effect, but it's just a sound effect. So, alright, so then for the first verse will be pretty bare also, and then for the chorus, I think that's where I'm going to bring in the snare. That's not what I intended, but I think I must have, when I was moving them around, I must have changed it to, oh yeah, I did. I changed it to conditional instead of the fill. That's cool. I liked it. Let's leave it. Happy accident. All right, so I'll bring in the snare for the chorus, and then for the next verse, what are my claps doing again? Not much. So the next verse, I'll minus the snare, and just add the claps. But the claps need to be doing more than they're doing now, so I'm gonna record over it. Maybe that's enough. That's probably enough. All right. So I'll have the snare and clap, and then the chorus, basically everything, all the drum stuff will come in on the second chorus. Chorus 1, chorus 2, and then an outro. I don't know how long that's going to be. I could do the math, but I'm not going to. That will be my song. Okay, so I'm going to track the drums first, and then I will go back and I will track the bass line, and then like the pads and the other special effects. And I'm going to track them separately because I'm going to need my hands free to mute and unmute the drums. And then when I go through record the bass line, I'm going to have my hands free to perform on the bass synthesizer. So my drums are set up to record. I said we're going to start by muting everything except for the kick. I think I'll add the hats. halfway through, so like after 4 bars. Then I'll turn it back off for the verse. All right, so here's where we start messing up when it's recording. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's the first verse. Maybe I'll like highlight it with a little. I'll throw in a little, add some hats there. Now we're in the chorus, so we gotta bring that snare in. I'm actually gonna, yeah, it's probably good enough. Towards the end, we'll do some. All right, so the snare's off, the clap's on. 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2. I think I'm just gonna add the open hat because we need to vary this section a little bit. Ready to go into the second chorus. So this is all the percussion. It doesn't sound like much right now. I might have to go later some more later. So that was the first 8 of the second chorus. Took away the snare, so we're kind of ramping the energy back down on the outro. Okay, I think that's the bones of the track. Let's hope that recorded. Let's find out. Yeah, it did. Yay. I didn't blow it. Okay, so the next part is going to be the bass. So let's get that. How do we want to start this? So that reverb's not going to remember this is going to be dry, that reverb's not going to print. You know, I need to add some more movement here. This is going to get really repetitive. Add some filter movement through the oscillator. See if I can get a real slow roll on that. God, that feels too busy. How am I doing on time? I'm less than an hour in. That's good news. What? Oh man, I'm just worried about that being too busy for this track. Well, it's too late now. I'll have to make it cool. I'll have to make it feel less busy later. I'm also going to probably wish I had a different bass line, like in the chorus or something. It's going to get really repetitive. I might have to replace it later. But I'm going to go ahead and track it. I'm going to go ahead and track it anyway, and I can make a mess with it later. I'll fix it in the mix, as they say, as I'm told. How are my levels? I'm going to check my levels. Make sure I'm not coming in too hot. And then if I were to open up the filter, all right, so what am I going to do? So in the chorus, I'm going to open the filter a little bit. Make it a little more percussive. Messing with the release timing here. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Because of the length of the note. Let me see if I can don't want to mess this up, but I do kind of want to change the length of this. If I change the length of the MIDI note, then I can control it to be shorter on this. Theory. There we go. So here's the real plucky version. I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing. Oh yeah, you kind of can. Okay. I think I'll start with that. Do I want to change the shape of the wave? No. That sounds pretty cool. Okay, the reason we can only hear the bass and not everything else is because it's the only one I've got armed for recording. But when I'm playing back, you'll hear everything. So, let's give this a shot. I've only got bass for recording. My drums are not record, so I'm not going to record over my drums with nothing. And at the beginning of the song, and we'll try to, I'm going to manually time this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. All right, so this is the intro. I'm going to keep the filter real mellow. Going into the first verse. First verse will be like really mellow. I think we're going into the chorus now. So I'm going to start opening it up. With a little more energy. All right. That's the end of the chorus. back to the intro now. I wasn't counting. I'm going to do a big acid ending. Ooh, I blew the ending. That's too bad. I'll have to cut and paste later. Okay, let's see how that sounded. So that is the drums, and the bass line is down, and I'm going to take a little break and have something to drink. All right, just a quick bio break and extended my mic. This isn't great placement, but it's not like I'm in a treated room at all. This is the echoest little corner ever, so it's okay. I'll hide the crappy recording area with effects. So all right, so where were we? We did the drums, we did the bass, and I forgot what we even had for these things. Let's see, what do we got for these? Yeah, okay, so we've got a few to work with. We've got, let's see if I mute out everything. So the track one was just the pads. What's that? It's a... So that's just like an open D. Probably I could just play these. I should probably just play these pads live because then I can vary it a lot. Let me see. Let me just do like a practice run. What would I do? And I'll also lay down some marks on this so they can move around a little faster. Let's say we were going to do this. So we know we're not going to do any pads in the intro probably. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do like... for the chorus in a minute here, which is coming right up. simple, right? Oh yeah, why am I trying to stop it here? That was this. Okay, I think that's what I'll do. I think I'm ready to record. So let's go to the beginning. We've got this track armed. Oh, except I have other things I want to do. I don't have enough tracks for everything. Yeah, I do. So I'll do the pads on this track, on these tracks. And then I have this other little, like, what did I do on this other one? Oh yeah. Okay, I guess I'll put that on 7 and 8. Oh, that's cool. Okay. And then I had something on this one. Oh yeah, just this. I might just play that. Play that effect if it needs it. I'm not sure we'll actually even need that. Okay, so I think the like this thing, that feels like a chorus thing to me. And I think we'll just use it as is. Maybe I'll add, is there any like performance stuff I can put here? So the synth, harmony, and detune is set up to be on the mod wheel. So let's see. Does it actually do anything? I might be able to control something else there too. So let me just do just a moment of sound design here. What would be good for that? Yeah, maybe I control the cutoff frequency. But it does seem to be doing nothing. That's weird. Not sure why that's not making a difference at all. See, troubleshooting little things like this that should work, and they don't. That's one of the things that waste time. So, I was on the wrong track. That's why. That's why. I was on the wrong track. User error again, as usual. All right, so let's see. So I want to control the filter with this one. So I'm going to go to the filter frequency. So I can just like cut it way up. It's a high pass filter, so I can cut it way up. Maybe that'll be nice to kind of push it to the background a little bit. As needed. Okay, so I think that's probably good. Chorus is already pretty heavy on this one, so I can't really do anything with chorus in terms of controlling it. Maybe I'll also do the filter resonance too, because I can see that kind of sounding cool, especially at really extreme levels. Let me crank it way up and see if it's too annoying. Yeah, that's nice. Makes it real crispy. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm not going to really perform anything. I'm just going to play it and then just mess around with the mod wheel to add variation and interest. So unfortunately, I forgot to mark where the chorus starts. So we're going to have to start at the very beginning. But I got sidetracked. What I was going to do, oh yeah, that's right. I was going to record that now because that's an easy one to record. So I'm going to put that actually on 7 and 8. So I need to, that means I need to route, because it's going into 1 and 2 in my patch bay. So I need to route it into 7 and 8 here. Let's do that now. Let's set it to full normal mode so that it doesn't actually still go to 1 and 2. So full normal, grabbing it from 1 and 2, putting it into 7 and 8. And so now when I play this, I should see meters on 7 and 8. And I do. sound is still going. Okay, that's okay. I haven't recorded this yet. Okay, I didn't blow it yet. Remember I said sometimes I forget to turn off my metronome and it gets printed. All right, I remembered though. Yay. So, so let's see. 7 and 8 is armed. We've checked the levels, and we've decided this was going to be a little chorus riff for us. So unfortunately, we got to just listen to the song until we get to the chorus because I forgot to mark it, so I can't like skip ahead to it. So I think we're ready to go. Hold on. Are just so I can fast forward around. Okay, we're going into the chorus, so I'm going to mark it and play at the same time. Okay, stopping. That didn't work. I was off. So let's rewind a little bit. And let's try again. That's the wrong spot. Too far. All right, so I need to undo that recording. I started recording in the verse instead of the Should have set up my marks first. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna set up my marks right now. So I'm gonna listen through. So this is the verse. Save my marks. So I still have them if I shut this machine down, which I almost never do, but just in case. Okay, so now let's fast forward. They're not named marks, but okay. So there's the chorus. I'm just gonna rewind enough to get me queued up for that. Yep. Okay. Hopefully this is enough of a lead. Let's see.
fingered it. This is what happens when you're recording live. Or maybe it always happens and I only notice it if I'm recording live. All right, let's try that again. Okay, got it. Ready though to push that button right on the correct beat. I think this will just be faster to wait than try to skip around. It's not easy to track minor amounts on this little screen, so let's do it this way. You can also keep it on the filter page because maybe I'll actually like mess with it live as we go too. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't ruin it. All right, here we go. We're coming up on the next chorus. Enough for that piece. Let's find out. Turn it off so we don't record over it. And let me just like go to this. Looks like this is probably one of the first choruses. Yeah. Yeah. That worked. It's pretty simple. Okay. So then next, let's worry about these pads. So I was going to record these on 1 and 2. Am I getting no audio? Let's get on the pads. Should be getting audio right now, but I'm not. Means, oh yeah, because I'm routing it. Let's unpatch it. All right, so. Because I was taking this and funneling over to 7 and 8, which I didn't have arms for recording. So now I pulled the patch cords, so now it's going into 1 and 2, which is where I want it. You can see the meters, so they're there. So this is the one I'm just going to kind of make it up as I go. So that's the only ones that are armed, so I think I'm okay. I'm not gonna record over anything. So here's the intro. I think I'll do a little bit of this. All right, then there's gonna be none of it, none of that, no pads. Oh yeah, I was gonna throw in like some fourths, some ninths, some thirds.
sounds. That's pretty good. Let's try the second chorus. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Simple song. That's why I can do it in 2 hours. I'm making a simple one this time. Okay, so next I had this little sound, which nothing's armed right now. So I need to put this on 9 and 10. So I'm going to patch that to 9 and 10. So we're going to come out of 1 and 2. We're going to go into 9 and 10. And if I arm 9 and 10, we should hear it. Yeah. And I should see it on the meters. Yeah. It's pretty quiet though. That's okay. And what are the LFOs doing? So they're making, okay, so they're just making the sound. So what I could do is I could mess around, I could actually just pan this around manually. Able to just do that. I've got a free hand, why not? All right, and then let's see, where would this be cool to put? I think I could put this like, actually this might be a cool sound for the intro. I could throw it in the intro, so there's something else going on besides just the drum and the bass, and then I can like drop it out and maybe bring it back for like the second chorus in the outro. Maybe. Maybe I'll just play the whole song, I'll just play it wherever I feel it. So let's just give it a try. This little sound effect thing in. It's almost a riser if it's really high. It kind of sounds cool. So maybe I'll do that like going into the second chorus. Maybe I'll play it like at the end, towards the end of the first verse. So like halfway through the first or the second verse should be about right here. Yeah, we'll try that. Actually, I better play the whole thing so that I know where I'm at. So this is the second verse, almost verse. it just kills me that I messed up that bass line. I can fix it in the mix. All right, I mean, that's nothing special, but you know, that's the kind of sugar that holds interest. So, how many do you have time? Ooh. I think I have only like half an hour left, and I need to write and track vocals. So I'm gonna keep this really simple. The theme of this month's 2-hour album was life. So I'll do something about life. I've got track 6 sitting here. I've got a, I don't think you can see this. I'm not gonna be able to pull it out far enough, but I've got kind of a vocal effects pedal-y thing here. So I can try to find an effect that sounds cool. Testing. I want to find something kind of like flangey or with lots of delay. Ooh, that one had a lot of delay. Lots of delay. It's not going to be timed though. So maybe I'll add the delay later. Maybe I'll find something without a lot of delay and I can add the delay later so that it matches the beat. Because I don't have this thing doesn't sync up with MIDI. Delay. Testing. I'm gonna find a cool one. Testing. That one's like got a long hall reverb on it. Should I do these dry? I should probably do these pretty dry actually. Testing. Even when this thing is dry, even when it's dry, it does do like some it's got a de-esser in it and like some compression and stuff. So even when you're not using time effects like delay and reverb, it's still worth using. So I know I want this vocal to have a ton of delay on it, so to match sort of the vibe. So I'm gonna actually set the built-in delay to just give me a delay so I can just hear what it sounds like. It's not going to print to the track, but I want to just see what it sounds like. It'll just help when I'm singing. Test. I think that'll be okay. I'm going to adjust this up a little bit. Oh man, and actually to do this, I'm going to have to use headphones too because so you guys don't want to actually hear the music unless I like edit it in afterwards. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I've never done this before. I've never like recorded myself making stuff like this. So, okay. So for words, I'm just gonna play the song. I hate that I'm doing this in front of people, this part, because it's really dorky, but the way I kind of come up with words, I think others do this too, so maybe it's not so dorky, but is just like mumble things that come to mind and try to find something interesting. But like we know the theme is life, so maybe it'll be around like pointing out that you don't actually have that much life left. Like life is pretty short. Like you only have, like I heard some quote about, you know, how many sunsets do you actually have left in your life? Like how many times will you sit up and watch the sunrise? Like it's a handful probably. How many times will you see like a relative that you don't see very often? So that kind of puts things in perspective. So maybe I'll do lyrics around something like that. It's gotta be so simple though. I just don't have enough time. Like I don't think I can even record this and mix it in a half hour. I might need to like mix. I might need to go over the 2-hour limit to mix it. I don't know. I'll try to get it done. All right, so it's gonna be really abstract because that's all I have time for. Okay, I'm just gonna play it and live. Let's see, yeah, so that'll be it. How many times mean, life would be a good one. I don't know if that's gonna sound good. So life, something life. Oh, maybe just oh, life. Oh, life, da 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 da. Just writing the syllables. Oh my God, it's hard enough writing lyrics without writing it like on a recording. Jesus, this is brutal. I'd probably spend like an hour on this for starters, for like a verse. Da 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 da. If it's going to be something around. Is it going to be cerebral or poetic? Take a breath now. Take a breath now. Da 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 now. Not going to rhyme it with death. That's way too on the nose. Take a breath. Let it out now. Okay, so that's simple and interesting, I think. But then I've got to repeat that. It's got to be something little, it's got to bring it home. There's got to be a punchline because this is the chorus. Take a breath now. Let it out now. Oh, life. It's gotta be the same. I'll do the same rhythm though. I like the symmetry. Take a breath now, let it out now. Oh, life. Maybe something about like, oh, Jesus, this is brutal. Okay, how about take a? I like lyrics that are the same except for the last word. I don't know. I just really love the symmetry of that. So, take a chance now. It's running out now. It's kind of nice. It's not awesome, but this is a 2-hour song challenge. Take a chance now, time's running out now. Is that too on the nose? Take a chance now, it's running out now. Take a chance now, it's running out now. I feel like that could work. Alright, so what would that sound like? I usually also am not a good singer, so I usually record like a ton of takes and comp them together and edit them and level them and mess with effects until it sounds passable. So I don't know what I'm going to do in this case because I'm just recording one. I'm going to have to make it seem like, so it's already not a pop song, so I don't think listeners are going to expect perfection, but it can't suck, you know? Hopefully. Oh God.